What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video with the new character release, Robot in Lifepod form. Interesting. We'll go over the event, we'll go over his abilities, we'll talk about the game a little bit. So, Minded the Machine is the name of this event, and the ops name is Monitoring the Earth. So, we'll go over Robot really quick, the new character, which we all know is an interesting choice since there's already a robot in the game, just like, we have two marks. I really would question why we aren't adding more of those, episode 7 and 8 characters, I think, from season 3 with the Invincible War. We see so much of the characters like Brit and all the other people there and Tech Jacket that needs to get made, but we assume they're probably waiting on season 4 to maybe see the characters more. Unironically, I don't know why the developers, have characters like Universa, and I know there's other excuses for her being in another game or something. But if they're waiting to see what their abilities are in the show to maybe incorporate them in the game, why would they wait instead of just going to the comics and kind of knowing about the characters? It's interesting. It's interesting back and forth. Like, we never see this version really in the show except for 2 seconds, really, early on, right? Before he turns into, like, Rudy Rex's body type character. So this would kind of be an alternate universe type, right? Or, how he briefly was. But very, very interesting design here. Very, very ugly. I don't think anyone really is ecstatic to build him, but it's nice that we got a GDA attacker. So let's go ahead and go over the character. He's GDA, which I know a lot of people are wanting him to be Earth's Defenders, but I think that Earth's Defenders is pretty saturated at this point. I think GDA makes sense. We need as much attackers as we can get. Donald's great. Hope we get more Donalds, honestly, in this event than robots, but, I definitely would like a few. The tags are interesting. We have Last Line of Defense, which his abilities do seem to work really well, synergize with. Technologist, which is awesome, meaning your Powerplex is going to give him a nice boost. Multiversal, I think this is a new tag. Multiversal? I don't know of anyone else with that. We'll have to look. Armed, human, ranged, and grounded. I'm actually curious now if we go to tags. How many people have that? Very few. Okay. Which makes sense, because this is really supposed to be an alternate dimension robot, I imagine. Because, like, ours is never like this for, more than 2 seconds. Interesting. So we get Agent Spider. He's from another planet. He's not really multiversal. Interesting tag there. And sure, Seance Dog, once again, it's, he was kind of appearing as a character appearing as Seance Dog. It's not actually Seance Dog. But if this is actually Seance Dog, by all means, multiversal tag makes sense there. I can understand this tag here. He goes between dimensions, and he's not really from ours. So, totally cool. Yeah, I think that the tag fits. So, interesting that they gave him that new tag. Let's go over the event really quick. Robot in Lifepod, obviously, is now available to join your roster. Yep, the typical stuff. You have refresh chips, and I don't know if you guys caught this, but the previous event that we just had, which was kind of a case files event, if I do recall, we got, like, Immortal, and we got... Robot, and if you guys were buying the tokens for that, they actually were the same tokens we were getting building up to this, which was these silver chips up top, right here. And funny enough, I don't know if you guys did this, but I bought 150, and as soon as this event dropped, even though the currencies in the game were the exact same, it just wiped your currency out, of course. So we have less refreshes, but another example of the developers kind of overseeing, like, can you guys make the currencies separate so they don't appear the same? So if we invest our gems in something, it's not a huge waste of money. Because now I got to go here and buy refreshes, but that's okay. They have a couple decent offers, although this is a GDA faction. I know no one's really going all in on these, probably. I think there was 1,000 gem bundle for 5 of these red event tokens. These are decent, but, if you're getting 200 to 300, of these currencies a run, this is kind of a waste because you kind of get that amount of chips in like a run or a run and a half. Really, you want these, and you get these for a decent discount, I guess. You're kind of buying these at a 200 gem discount. But still, these are, if you guys want to go crazy, go crazy. These aren't bad deals. I'm still kind of holding off to see my luck, and we're gonna do some pulls real quick here as well. But his abilities seem pretty decent, I will say. We'll go look at him really quick. It seems like he's very similar to Donald, where we're going to need to build his skills up. But his first ability here, dealing damage to all enemies hit, and it pushes him back. That's big. I think this will synergize well with Anissa. That'll be interesting. He gains a shield equal to a percentage of his attack stat. So, like, pumping him up high as an attacker and getting that attack stat up is probably going to be pretty good. he gains an attack boost for each last line of defense ally. I see him being used probably and well done. I think this is going to be a great GDA character for that GDA op. I think that he'll pair nicely with, I think we have Omni-Man usually in there, and we have Agent Spider. So there's 2, and he will probably get a massive attack boost when that's leveled up, right? We'll see when we unlock the character. And then every 15 seconds, he deploys a field on the ground that increases attack of allies within it, 15% for 6 seconds. That's incredible. So if he's a ranged attack, all your ranged attackers, and let's say you have Powerplex in there and maybe Doc Seismic, and he's boosting everyone's attack already, that's a technologist, I think these are going to stack very well. I think we're going to see him used a lot in GDA ops, a little bit more than Donald. I think Donald suffered because his crits and his abilities are all personal, and Robot seems to be more team-oriented. So if you're going to invest in one or the other, I think that, Robot might be actually the better character to invest in for GDA ops. But we'll see with some testing. He's going to need some time, right? At the start of the battle, 17 seconds, Robot fires a burst of 5 shots. This really feels like Donald's ability. Each shot deals 20% of his base attack damage and grants a shield equal to 25% of the damage dealt. So I assume that's a shield on him. It's a little unclear. Oop, bit of a lag there. Apologies. I think it's a personal shield, if I'm not reading that wrong. So interesting. We'll see how this plays out, but it really seems like he's tuned for GDA ops and not PvP, although GDA is probably fine, but, we all know GDA people, when no one's building them on PvP. So there's the character. There's the release. If you guys would like to know how to get the currencies, there's quite a bit, actually. I'm surprised. It's the standard stuff we've been getting in each event, but a little bit extra. So you get more currency per shop level. You get currency per purchase all. Refreshing the event shop. So if you guys are spamming refresh to really find the character, you'll get a bunch refunded, which is good. Recruiting any heroes from the GDA faction. So you guys can get that from your food ops and everything else. Recruit robots, so it's kind of a pseudo counter, and they give you a bit of a discount back. Recruiting heroes in the event shop, that's event only. Logging on obviously gives you some refresh tokens and the event op tokens. So like I got 2 for today. And lastly, complete monitoring the Earth, a set amount of times. I imagine those will probably cap out around 40 or 50 per usual. I'm not getting there to find out, and the event is right here. They do give you refreshes with your 8 p.m. or whatever local time refresh that you guys have. For us, it's 8 p.m. here. So make sure to use those. I actually did not refresh before and slightly missed the window here. So we'll go ahead and use some refreshes. And remember, like typical events, your odds of getting Robot is near to none here. And the lower shop levels, get them up to 5 or 6. You're looking at some better odds. 10, obviously, you're getting a 1%, but very few people are going to get here unless you're putting in 20,000 plus gems. And he's a good character. He's not bad, but I don't know. I usually am not one to go all in on a character event. I'll, wait. This is a long-term game. You might as well wait. See how the character does. But I'm here for Donald, man. We got very few Donalds from the last event, and I am trying to grab as many as possible to build mine up. And it's so much easier this event to get Donald than the previous ones. Oh my goodness gracious. They gave me so many awful picks with this roll. Give me the Donald. We'll just do purchase all. I just really did not want to get the Reanimin. We are going to pass on Monster Girl. And we got a robot at level 2. Let's go. Okay, that's actually great. A 0.3% chance. I hope you guys have this luck. We're just going to purchase all. Here we go. Robot. Sweet. Let's look real quick at his character level up skills because I'm curious. I have saved quite a bit of characters here to level him up as well. Okay, there we go. Let's take him all the way to 15 and see. It's a very slow climb for his first blast, which is like with his gun that he has. At level 10, where does he get this extra ability? That's usually the make or break for characters, right? Okay, so it looks like his level 2 skill is around level 5 is pretty good. 6% attack for each last line of defense ally. Additionally, any shield active on life leech. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. What does it go up to? 10% boost for each last line of defense ally. Life leech, 50% for 5 seconds. This seems pretty good. I mean, I'm pairing this with Powerplex with that Technologist boost and a couple of last line defense. He easily can get a 50, 60% attack boost. That's substantial. That's very substantial. I did not mean to click off of him. Where did he go? He's up here. There we go. Third skill. Let me take a look real quick. Buffing his attack stat. Allies. This is the strongest one, I would believe. Deploys a field on the ground that increases the attack of allies by 50% of his attack stat. So if he's really cranked up, you know, let's say 660, 1000, and you throw him in a GDA op with some lower characters, I mean, they're getting a substantial couple thousand extra attack, which makes a big difference. That's like a high-level artifact. So very interesting. Also, I hate his photo. Why is his photo, like, breaking out of the little square that he's in? I mean, does that bother you guys? Let me know. Interesting, interesting. We'll go back to the event here. Let's see if we can get some. I don't have too many refreshes, but we don't want Cecil. I'm done building Cecil. I honestly want none of these GDA characters except Donald at the moment. You really shouldn't be picky if you're down here because it's very rare to get something, but I know we can get Donalds. We're going to get some Donalds. Goodness gracious. The amount of reanimate in these events lately are wild. I should just purchase all. Boom. We're two Donalds down and one robot in. I can't complain. This is the luck of the current event state. I'm seeing tons of commons. Come on. Give us a rare that we want. We'll take a double. I think it's hard to pass up on those. We don't want Cecil. Do I need a bulletproof? I also should go ahead and hit a... go ahead and rank these guys up real quick. I had all this food, anticipating he was going to be a fantastic character. And not that he's not bad, but he's very rare, so I will have mine mostly saved. Let me take a look. Do I need one? We'll take a bulletproof. See if we can snipe him. Oh, so close. Come on. Third try. Third try. Learn from me. Purchase all. Can we get one more Donald? Ah, we can't pass up on a double. Grab some more currency real quick. I could have waited. Obviously, this event is for 3 days, so the rest of today and then 3 more days. So we'll have plenty of opportunities to get more tickets, get more copies. I really am not that excited about the event, so I just wanted to put a video out right away for you guys instead of, hoarding thousands of currency just to do a big opening later on. It also makes sense to get your shop level up as soon as possible, so day 1 typically. So I'm just going to give it a pseudo boost really quick, see if I can get some Donald copies and just ride it out the rest of the event. But I hope you guys have some better luck than I have. Get some robots, the new one. Now we have to differentiate. Are we calling it Robot Lifepod and Robot, or we'll have to agree in the community, kind of how to separate those terms. Not looking great for Donald. Where are you at, Donald? Come to us. Damn. We'll grab a few more refreshes here, and I think that that's probably going to be it for me today, but we got 4 chances. Come on. We'll take a double, too. Yeah, we'll take a double. It heard me. The game hears you. Another double. Can't beat it. Not bad food at all. I can't complain in terms of that, so... Yeah, he looks great. He looks interesting. I can't wait to see how people use him in the GDA ops. I would imagine, too, for artifacts. Just because he's GDA, he's going to pair with a lot of GDA characters. I bet he would probably rock an item like this. Perhaps the GDA one that gives you Guardians of the Globe. I would think that this might be the best one for him. He is an attacker, so you probably should have an attack item on him, but knowing that most people will have him rather low level initially, this may help to artificially boost some of his stats. But we'll see. That is interesting because there are other, remember, GDA characters that boost original Guardians of the Globe stats. So if you apply that tag to him, he can get those buffs. So we'll see some interesting team comps. I can't think of any right off the top of my head right away, but probably a GDA item, and probably you're not wasting an attacker item on him. But hopefully we get a new artifact that's an attacker-based item, and it makes sense. So without that, hopefully you guys get some more robots than me. Hope you guys have a fun event, and look forward to the next character release. Let's all beg for Tech Jacket, please. We don't want any more of this hot garbage. Have a good one. Peace.